Hello, friends and listeners from all across the globe. Thank you so much for tuning back into the Season 1 finale of the Yogi Show podcast. If your jaw just hit the floor, relax. It's the end of Season 1. There's a lot going on, and we wanted to wrap it up with a bang here with this episode with Rochelle Basirico, the amazing human from the Yoga Room. She runs the Instagram page, and she's super funny. So we couldn't have asked for a better guest to wrap up this season with. Yogi, Brian, and I are so grateful for each and every one of you for being part of our community, being part of this experience, listening to us each and every week. It's been such a fun ride, and we are so grateful. We are going to wrap up this season with a yoga and meditation, a live experience with DJ Taz Rashid. All of the music on the Yogi Show is from DJ Taz Rashid. We are going to do an awesome yoga and music experience held virtually on Zoom. All the information is on theyogishow.com right now to sign up for the class if you'd like to join us. And it's going to be amazing. We are so grateful to be able to be doing this and hold space for everyone around the world that wants to come together. It's being held on May 2nd at noon Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. California time. If you'd like to be part of it, again, theyogishow.com to go ahead and scoop up a virtual ticket to join us to wrap up this season in style with the live experience. We also have the 21 days of not giving AF, the Elements for Stress Relief Meditation Challenge. If you were not a part of it and you missed out and you had too much going on, there was a lot happening when we released that 21-day meditation experience. It is now available for digital download, and you can have it forever and keep it, along with some amazing bonus content from us. So check out theyogishow.com for that as well. All the links are below that Katie's going to put down there for you to check out. Thank you so much for your continued support and all the things that we have going on. So thank you. We wanted to give a quick shout out to our team for helping make this show go each and every week. Thank you to Colin Tull for producing these episodes. You are amazing, brother. We are so grateful for you. Katie D'Onofrio is the blogger and the writer behind the emails and all the content you receive from us. Thank you to her. Without her, I don't know how any of it's possible these days. Thank you to Anton Wisbiski for all the video content that he makes for the show. Gratitude for Magoo Sam, our amazing designer who sent out some awesome merch to people all around the world. And all that is also available on theyogishow.com. Last but not least, Melanie for all the thumbnails and all the drawings that you've seen on the Yogi Show Instagram and the thumbnails on the website. All of those are created by Melanie at Get It Om on Instagram. Please support her. Please follow her. She's awesome, and we are so grateful for her being part of our team, all of our team. Thank you. With all that being said, let's hop into this Season 1 finale of the Yogi Show podcast. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being you. We will see you on the other side, and we will see you on May 2nd for the live experience. Namaste, my friends.
Welcome to the Yogi Show. We have Rochelle from the Yoga Room, the funniest, right, Pedro? The funniest yoga memer on the planet. Rochelle, how's it going?
Aw, thanks so much. It's going good. How are you guys?
Doing
Good.
awesome.
Yeah.
We're back for
Sweet.
this is our I guess Anton's been on the show again, but our first repeat guest, second repeat guest, first female repeat, let's call it,
Hot damn. I feel the love.
Feeling all
That's
the love.
amazing.
All the love. Rochelle.
Everybody else canceled. I don't know what happened. This cancel culture, and I was the only one left, so I got to do it twice.
So
You
not
talk.
true.
You talk, give me two.
You're so funny. Rochelle was our guest on episode number 3, way back in the day. Back in August. Back in August when we had the show. She was episode number 3. So we'll definitely link that in the notes for you to check out. The funniest memer on the gram. So inspiring. And we want to jam with you on the state of the world, kind of what we're all going through and growing through. And we thought there would be nobody else better to bring onto the show than someone that can offer an element of lightness and humor, like Brian and I like to do, other than you. So that's why you're here.
Thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad to be here with you guys. How many episodes do you have now? Just so because you said there was like
too many. No, just
like 40 or
40-ish. This will be like 40.
Oh wow.
This will be like 45-ish, somewhere in there when it comes out.
That's amazing. That's amazing, you guys.
And you were on number 3.
That's good work.
You know? And
That's sweet.
It's come down to, Brian and I putting our heads together, just like the shirt, like literally putting our heads together.
I love it.
And just creating something organically and rolling with like we talked about earlier, rolling with the punches and just seeing wherever we go. When we started the show, we had no idea what we were doing. We've got it to where there's community. There's all these people that like to connect about the show and bring this element of lightness about the world. And in these times, these uncertain times that we're in with, COVID-19 happening, there's so much uncertainty out there. And I think people really rely on something that's consistent. And they know that they can find lightness and humor through Yogi memes, through the Yoga Room, through the Yogi Brian. They can find the Yogi Show podcast. People know that there's it's just like there's so much in your face all the time. So we want to give people that opportunity to have that giggle, just a 2-second giggle, and it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, it does make a difference. Because I feel like especially right now, because everybody's at home, and you're like, there's already that element of like, okay, everything's shifting, everything's changing. I'm in my house, and then you have all the different personalities that are like now with each other. It's like being like in a hotel room. You're like, vacation's going to be great. And then 2 days in, you're like dying, right? So same sort of thing, only like you don't know how long you'll be, all together like this. And dude, you turn, first, I'm not a huge TV person. Like people are always like, oh my God, I'm on episode 5,000 of whatever show. And I have no idea what they're talking about. I never have time to watch TV. So I'm never on TV. And so then my husband turns it on and the news comes on. I was like, whoa. This is like, woo, this is heavy. Like turn it off.
Yeah.
It's like negativity here, boom, like just like smacks you. And if you stay there, you stay in that space, it would be almost impossible not to get sucked in. Even if you were, the naysayer to the negativity, then you're being negative to the negative. And I know like math, the 2 negatives make a positive, but sometimes not. And you're like, you know what, this is bullshit. I'm not listening to this crap anymore. But then you're like angry that they're
Give me more. Give me more.
Yep.
So like feeding this monster. So, just like really making that effort to step away from that. Like, you need the news, you need to know what's going on, but don't get sucked in. And then you're going to be in your echo chamber. That's another thing altogether too. Like, don't be in your echo chamber. Just freaking breathe. Isn't that what we do? Isn't that what we do? We're just like supposed to breathe. And I don't know if you guys know, like on some of the posts now that I'm posting, and I'm sure you guys are getting the same thing. You have like the people that are commenting, so funny. And there's now the people that have bought into this negativity are, man, they're vocal and they're mad that you're happy. They're mad that you tried to make somebody laugh because they can't step outside of themselves for a minute and realize, okay, this meme wasn't directed at them. Like, like most of us, the majority of my memes, I'm making fun of myself. If I happen to be making fun of you, apologies. But I'm making fun of myself, my own insecurities, my own shit, like my own tears, my own whatever. I'm making fun of myself. And some people can relate. And the people that can relate, great. And the ones that don't, they can laugh at me. I'm good with that too. But then the other people are like, that's not very funny. They're taking it personal because that's them too. And I'm like, dude, that's us. Like, no, girl, don't be mad. We can laugh together. Like we're idiots right now.
Right? Yeah. Like making fun of myself. Like, all my memes too. It's making fun of me. It's about like experience like I've been in or I've thought or like I've kind of like seen here and there and like taking bits and pieces, but it's like me making fun of me. And it's like, it's like, 100%.
Yeah. So I like to make fun of myself and other people like to make fun of me too. And when you like, especially in my family, we all just roast each other 24/7. It's just a roast fest all the time. And if you can't learn to laugh at yourself and laugh at the experiences and know that people like, someone making fun of you, they don't necessarily don't like you. They just, and even if they do, who freaking cares? But like, it's just funny. Like if I trip and fall, that shit's funny.
Yeah.
Like even even if I hurt myself, that shit's funny. Go ahead and laugh. Like,
it's fucking hilarious.
It's hilarious. Falling is funny. Like, dude, you guys, Thanksgiving, not this Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving before, I fall down the stairs first thing in the morning, coming downstairs, fuzzy socks, wood stairs.
Bad
I come
idea.
flying down half the stairs, coffee cup, favorite coffee cup, flies out, boom, crash. I'm on the ground and I'm like screaming, ah, because it hurts so bad, like smack, tailbone, the whole thing, right? Dude, all my kids are home because it's Thanksgiving. My oldest one comes out and she's like, on Thanksgiving, Mom, really? Like, I ruined their day because I fell down the stairs. So then my girls are like laughing at each other because Mom's an idiot and fell down the stairs. But I don't know. It was like, it's a good time. Let's, let's roast each other.
It's all in an element of lightness.
I don't know how I got there. You guys have to cut that out.
I feel like Rochelle's like me. Like, I'm the too soon guy. Like making jokes and stuff, like it's always too soon. Like, but like I deal with that shit. Like I need like humor. Like I have a fucked up sense of humor, and like, I just need to like make jokes on things that are like stressing me out, or like, it helps me process things a little bit better. Is just making those jokes, or like making fun of myself, or like really roasting family members. Like I welcome the roasting in my family. It's like my 9-year-old, please roast me. Because I'm going to laugh at it,
Yeah.
He does like it.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah, I love roasting.
and when Brian, it's so funny. Behind the scenes, real quick, everybody on the memes that go on. Brian will make a meme that's for sure too soon, and he'll send it to me, but there won't be a watermark on it. So I know that he knows it's too soon. I know that he knows it's too soon. Yeah. But he wants to show me that he made it anyway, and then we don't ever. The internet. It doesn't
ever go.
It never goes. But if it's shared amongst other people, I didn't have shit to do with it.
Right. There's no watermark on it. There's no trace.
You're like, I don't know. Somebody made this. The internet's forever, but who made this? I don't know.
I'm like, who made that? That's fucked up.
That is, someone's got a problem. I had to take one. I messaged you guys the morning that I was like, how much negativity do I allow to go on in the comment section before I just pull it? Because I mean, and it was like ended up being like a really popular meme, but I had two, I have words for them. I'm not going to use them here. 2 yogis that still need to practice their yoga off the mat, like fully attacking everybody in the comments. It wasn't just like, here's my comment and blah, blah, blah. They were like, let me attack other people that thought it was funny too. Like, how dare you?
Up, man.
And I was like, okay, you know what? Like, and then I have people that know me personally that are like coming to my defense and like, there's all this side stuff going on. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to go, I'm going to delete it. But I did what you guys did. I saved it. I saved the meme. And that thing's going back up. That thing's going back up after all this is said and done.
Once the dust settles.
Once the dust settles.
Exactly.
Yeah, you both had a meme like around the same time. And I was just like, I was eating popcorn at the comments. I was like, oh, fuck. Like, oh, shit. And I'm like reading the next one. And like, and then I'll go back to Pedro's meme. I'm like, shit. It wasn't even like that crazy either. It wasn't even like that offensive. But
no, neither.
It's just everybody's on the edge,
Yeah. And
just like, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's all good. I was gonna say, like, that's what it is. It's people are just in this moment a little extra sensitive to all the things that are happening and like being quarantined and being, the state of the world in this moment, the pandemic and whatever.
Right.
It's like everyone is just a little bit on edge, and so anything can get taken out of context, super quick. And know this out there, listeners, if you're seeing a post from someone on the internet and you're maybe slightly offended by it, they didn't have any intention to offend you. Like, that wasn't, not from I can speak for us three for sure. Like, none of us had the intention to offend you. So if you felt that, maybe it's your perspective, maybe, I don't know, but take a second before you start, keyboard warrioring.
Yeah. Maybe follow Deepak Chopra or some shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Maybe go on one of those silent retreats, only
Vipassana?
It's silent with your fingers too.
Yeah.
You can't use.
Yeah. It's like, what do you expect though? Like on our pages though, really? Like, what do you expect sometimes? It's like, right?
Who are you following?
Right. Know thy page.
Yeah,
Are
like I follow
this?
Yoga Room because it's like, I follow Yoga Room. I follow Yogi memes because I can relate to it. Like I love it.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like my vibe,
Relatable.
right? And there's like
And there's
millions of pages
like,
out there following.
Yeah, and there's pages I follow all the time that I'm like, at some point I'm like, I don't even like these guys anymore. Unfollow.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I don't message them. I don't DM them.
Yeah.
I don't tell them that they're not funny anymore. I just be like, yeah, you know what? It's just clogging up my feed. It's garbage. Just unfollow. So simple.
It's me, not you.
I feel lighter.
Yeah, it's easy. You just hit the unfollow.
Like carrying around that follower. Ugh.
Yeah.
Shake it off.
Yeah, as a memer, as a content creator, like how do you feel like during this pandemic? Like, do you feel a responsibility to make people laugh even more right now?
I do feel like there's an extra responsibility there. And we've talked about, all of us have talked about, like when you get into a rut with making memes, and you're gonna like start like, oh, I gotta pull something that was older and repost it because I can't find it. I can't find the funny right now. But now I feel like there's an expectation, like they need to laugh, they need something fresh, they need something relevant. And when I say it out loud, that sounds really lame.
But it's not.
I'm not saving the world, but it like one tiny smile, like something, just something for your morning or your afternoon or whenever it is that you're like, perusing Instagram or whatever. But like, even it was a couple nights ago, it was the first day that I had a meltdown because we've been shut down for a while already. And
How long?
This is we shut down our studio a week ago Sunday. I believe this is day 11.
Okay.
For us.
Okay.
The actual state got like shut down, I don't know, like 5 or 6 days ago. Okay. But
and Rochelle's in California.
I'm in California.
Yeah, for the record.
Yeah. So it was like my first meltdown day where I was like, okay, I'm kind of losing it. Like I'm not doing super well because I was doing the whole thing like, oh my God, my family's all together. This is great. We're like hang out. And then it was like slowly like crumbling.
Yeah.
So I'm in bed and I'm literally crying and my husband's like, dude, what's wrong with you? So he's like, he's going to like roast me. And I'm like, no. And now I got to be funny because I got to come up with something funny tomorrow. And he's like, wow, I'm sure it's going to be a great meme, So I'm crying, trying to come up with a meme. And then I came up with something and it was one of those ones where I was like, this is going to be so stupid. Nobody's going to like it. And then people liked it. So it ended up being okay. But I was like, not in the space or normally I would have been like, I'm just not going to post one. I can't do it today. Sure. I was like, I got to do something. I felt responsible.
Yeah. I'm my creativity right now, friends, like out, like for memes, I'm like at 0.01. Like I just don't, like my energy is just elsewhere. It's not that it's not that I'm not, that there's like there. It's just that I'm so busy doing like 3 kids are at home all day long and I'm in charge of them. So I don't really have like the creative space for that along with all the other projects and things that are, in the transition, like, so now that, and so many of you that are listening to this now. So by the time this comes out, it'll have been like 2 to 3 weeks from now ish. So thinking about that, mid-April ish, we don't know what the world's going to look like then. Like we literally have no idea. I don't even know what it's going to look like in 2 days. So, but forward thinking a bit, it's like, all these teachers are now teaching online. Everyone's kind of rebranding, stepping back, being forced to take a step back, slow down for a second, pivot, and then restart the wheel in a new way. So my energy has been there with just as much as everyone else has been there, and it's been interesting where it's like I don't have I'm just not in that space. So and that's okay. Like I don't. We're putting out content on the podcast and doing other things. So it's like people are still able to get value from other things that we're doing. So just know that if you're listening out there right now and you have you have this creative thing that you do and you feel a responsibility, like sometimes it's okay to take a little step back for yourself while you're shifting, like know that you're being supported in all of your decisions, whatever it is that you're doing. Know as if, just know that people are going to be there for you as you are there for them. And we're all just supporting each other the best that we can in this moment because everything is shifting by the hour, by the minute, I know Brian's doing the shift too, man. Like Brian's working through it now too,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like I started like batching my freaking group texts.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah. I miss you, by the way. I miss you.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, it might be temporary. It might be like a full-time thing, but like, I'm just not on my phone as much because like anytime I get on my phone, like I get caught up in like the news or
texting.
I don't know. It's
Pedro.
just a lot of like tension, even on like the internet and my phone. So like a lot of alerts or whatever. And, I'm like day 2, not watching the news really at all. And I just like feel like I'm in my own like little like bubble and like it's just a little bit more peaceful, just to like deal with my practice and deal with like just breathing and like not hearing because I go on and I like hear like so many different things and different like posts and shares. And I'm like, is this even like real? I'm seeing like, military vehicles on a freaking railroad track.
Right.
Like,
that Taz sent us.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Like, is this like really happening? And then it's like, oh, it's fake news. So it's just tough to like, discern the truth out there right now, which it is like, this is a new time, right? It's hard to like really decipher what the truth is, and that's why like my go-to is humor. So like my go-to is really just like your memes, like both your pages. I'm like, I don't care really. Like, yeah, I care what's happening. And I wish everybody, to be safe and healthy out there. And I hope no one dies like, that I know or that you all know. But it's like, I really go to like humor. Like for me, like that's my coping mechanism, humor. And I really have to like look at my memes and be like, fucking 1 out of 5 of these I can post, cause like, like, cause I'm just too soon at shit. So I'll just send these to y'all without a watermark. And like, I'll post these. Like, I know that, I'm not going to get 30 death threats in the morning.
Yeah.
Which has happened.
Which has definitely happened.
Yeah. Poor Brian. I just have Karens screaming at each other and me. Brian's getting death threats.
Yeah, please, anybody out there, if you're going to be a memer, do not meme a guru. Do not meme a guru. That's like the worst thing you can do. It was a great meme too. It had a lot of engagement. It was like one of my popular memes. It's still circulating on the Explore page. I don't fucking know how. I deleted it, but it's still on the Explore page.
Forever,
like, yeah. Whatever you post on the internet, it's on there forever. That's a guarantee.
Yeah.
No doubt. For sure. Rochelle, how have you been? So for you, so I know the yoga room does a lot, so Rochelle runs the social media for the yoga room. She teaches there. She's been there. She's the person, the manager. You're the everything. How has it been for transition of brick and mortar studio kind of thing? I know you guys already did kind of online stuff, but like, so what's the transition like? What do you think is going to happen on the back end of this? Like, what is your opinion? As being you're in the brick and mortar a lot, so like, what do you think on the back end of this? What's going to be like?
Well, that's first of all, I'm an optimist. I'm a pessimist optimist. I'm a little of both, but in this sense, I'm an optimist. I do think that things are going to settle down. I do think that brick and mortars are going to be good. I do think that that's going to, everybody's going to go back. People are going to practice. People are going to have a little more awareness. But on the other end of that, I think that people who always felt like they had to go to a studio for a practice are now learning something about themselves and their yoga. Hi, dog. And learn how to do it on their own. Because as yoga instructors, we know we have to practice by ourselves. If we don't have a practice by ourselves, how are we putting together a class? How are we knowing how this feels in our body? We have to disconnect from studios and everything to create that. So now they're having the opportunity to do that. And while they're doing that, there might be a bigger transition for the online classes, for live stream classes for them, because they might connect better that way. So it might open up, there's so many online classes available already anyway. You could go broke subscribing to all of them.
Or just get clogged on your junk mail.
This will yeah.
All the free trials are ending. Yeah.
I was getting free trials for everything, like Beachbody, Peloton. I'm like, I don't even have your freaking bike. What do you want a free trial? I'm just like on my kid's bike, I like put it on, you know what I mean? Like, what do you want me to do with this right now?
Right.
So yeah, I think it's going to open doors for people. You know, there's so many yogis also that have been doing YouTube classes forever, and they've never charged for their content or anything. They just have, you know, some of them have sponsors, some of them don't. And I feel like it's kind of giving them an opportunity to be seen because people are looking. And some of them are really great. They're really amazing. And unfortunately, this is the environment that forced people into seeing them. But, you know, it'll benefit them in the long run, which is cool.
Yeah, I think so. And I think, Brian, we kind of talked about this before, but we'll definitely talk about it right now. Having the opportunity to practice with people around the globe that you've seen on the internet, you've hung out with them, and like maybe they have pre-recorded classes somewhere. I'll use MC Yogi as an example. I really enjoy practicing on Alo moves with MC Yogi. It's really awesome. It's convenient. It's super high quality, and it's, you know, I have an Alo moves app on my phone. But he
not sponsored by Alo moves.
Yeah, we are not
That
sponsored.
sounds like a great pitch, though. Like, hit him up after this. Like,
I'm gonna send him a DM. Hey, Brian, cut this clip, and Colin, cut this clip and send it to me so I can send it to Alo.
Good, man.
Yeah,
they're just getting paid on the side. I don't even know this shit.
Can I finish my story?
Yeah, sure. Do it.
Okay.
So that was just great. Hey, sorry.
I want to cut of that. Okay.
That was just way good. Okay, go.
It's so good.
Okay. So MC Yogi.
He has a studio in like Point Reyes, something like that. And he just announced today that he's going to be teaching live streaming classes from his regular studio like he does on the weekends at like 10 a.m. Pacific time. And no, this is not sponsored by MC Yogi either, although maybe he should come on the fucking show because we've invited him. So if you're listening to this and you know MC Yogi, please send him this message. But you know, so it's like I'm gonna able to practice with him live. Like, it's been cool to do it online, but like live is like something I've wanted to do, and like I don't have the opportunity to travel and go to festivals. I don't have that chance. Like, I'm dad with 3 kids, but this will give me the chance to do it. So that's where I think a lot of this will change, is where I think you do this at the yoga room. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you stream the classes while you're teaching them live. Do you stream live classes?
Yes.
Like, okay.
Yes.
So I think this is going to open
right
up
now. Yeah.
Right now. Do you regularly do that at the yoga room?
No, we don't, but maybe we'll do it in the future because
I think so.
The response is amazing. So yeah.
Well, check this out. Like, maybe in the future, like once this blows over, like maybe that's like going to be a part of everyone's like brick and mortar yoga studio. Maybe they're going to stream them online for like, you know, a subscription fee or whatever.
No
like
doubt.
You can just go online and, you know, because it is cool seeing like yoga room being live on there. Like, I go in there and watch it. I'm like,
it's just it's like 24.
Do yoga with all my homies, like all across
it's crazy because like, so then we had, like, I had to start up 2 other accounts so that we could have, because we have multiple classes running at the studio all the time. So we can't stream at the same time. Mm-hmm. So we have the yoga room and then the yoga room studio B, and we have the yoga room studio C, so that people can live stream different classes with their instructors that they like and the times that they like classes and all that stuff. So you, Brian, were just saying like you were like able to like disconnect from your phone, so you haven't been on it as much. Brother, I think I got the notification on Sunday, you know, like Sunday mornings, it'll come up on your iPhone, like, oh, your usage was up or whatever.
Yeah.
Holy. Because I'm like trying to manage all this and like, oh, hey, like messaging everybody back. I think it was up like 300% or something crazy. Man. It was like you averaged, I'm not kidding, it's embarrassing. It said something like you averaged like 8 hours a day. I was like, it was like my phone.
Shit.
Was my phone just like left with the screen on? Like
more.
Michelle, we averaged like 8 hours a day every day for the last 3 years.
One week I had 11 hours.
Okay, I was on my mat Sunday morning practicing, and this notification comes up my phone, and it was like the whole 8 hours thing or whatever, and I was like, I hate myself. Like, that's immediately what I thought. Okay, so I actually don't feel so bad about myself because it's hard to compare. Piece of shit now.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. Giant piece of
shit. 9 hours last week, and that was good.
I don't know anybody else that that does what you guys do, except for you guys. Do you know what I mean? So I don't have anything to compare to. If my kids came up and they're like, yeah, mom, 8 hours is totally normal, I'd be like, I'm taking your devices. Like, you know what I mean? It would be crazy. So I don't have anything to compare it to. Like,
don't ask your kids to bring you. Don't look at your kids' screen time after that. I feel bad, Brian. We just threw our kids under the bus. Those kids are fucked.
Well, you know what? Like right now, I'm just like, yes, please, like watch something.
Leave me alone.
But usually they're so busy, like I can't even. Dude.
Yeah. I just want to say something. Like my child has a phone. Like he got it from his mom, and he has a TikTok. And I'm right under the bus. Yeah. Listen, if you're listening to this, I threw you under the bus. But I like try and help him with his engagement. I'm like, you can I'll show you how to blow up your TikTok. I'll show you, or I'll show you how to get some more things. He does not fucking give one shit about what I say or cares or anything. He'll like throw a video up, not hashtag anything. And I'm like, that was a great video. Like,
but he's also like, Dad, you're like 5,000 and what do you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know anything. My oldest daughter totally rats out my middle daughter. My oldest one's 23. So my middle one's 16. And my oldest one will call me and be like, excuse me, are you looking at your daughter's account? Like, I'm like, wait, which one? Yeah, I see her account. She's like, did you see what she posted? And did you see how many people saw it? I'm like, oh my God, would you stop? She already has a mom. It's fine. Everything's good. I'm like, well, what did she post? No, that wasn't bad. That's fine. Everything's good. Everything's fine. But parenting and devices is crazy.
It's so different. Parenting and devices is super different. And like just everyone has a device, like everyone has a device. So that's a very interesting thing to watch. Like my kid asked me today, he goes, I want to sell my toys and stuff that I don't use so I can make some money, so I can buy some V-Bucks on Fortnite. And so I was like,
he's watching Gary V. He's watching Gary V. He's like, I'm gonna go
hanging out with Brian. So I said, okay. I said, all right, go grab your phone, man. I was like, download this app. It's called Offer Up. I was like, go ahead and take some pictures. And so he did. He took the picture, made the caption, posted the amount he wanted.
Wow.
The market research on how much to sell it for. And I was like, he put 3 items up. 3 items. He's trying to hustle people. He put firm on the price.
Firm.
That's awesome.
It's just like so interesting. I was like, okay, so when like, they're out of school right now, like we don't have school.
Right.
So it's like, we have to do this learning and teaching. And when he told me that, I was like, I'll teach you how to do that. I'll teach you how to do that right now. Because like, I feel like that's adding a lot of value. But if you're asking me to help you with like your, math homework, I don't know.
I told my son, like, I will not help with your math homework. Like,
I just can't.
Because I don't know. Like, I just like, don't, I'm not in free. It's not going to happen. Like, you need to pay attention to your teacher and follow directions.
I'm so bad.
I write memes. That's it. I'll help you out with memes and social media engagement. But when it comes to fractions, division, multiplication, out.
So I have like, everybody has a different learning style. So my middle daughter, I think she might be a genius. I'm just saying, I don't understand half the things she says or how she remembers the thing that she remembers. Like she'll start explaining like why this area isn't going to have a tsunami because of where the plates and whatever. Wow. I don't know. I'm like, what are you talking about right now? Like, how do you even know this? She's like, Mom, we learned that in first grade. I was like, oh, yeah. And then we forgot it because we didn't need to know about it anymore. Right. But she still remembers. So she's really great and she's really super calm. So she'll teach my younger one, which is like, she's a hothead. As soon as she can't get it, she's like, this stuff's stupid. I hate math. And I'm like, me too. This is lame. And then I'm like, Frankie, can you teach your little sister how to do this? Because she's not going to listen to me because we're fighting now. It's ugly.
Yeah, no. You got three girls, right? You have 3 daughters?
I have 3 girls. And they both all told me last night or 2 nights ago at the dinner table that they hope that they have boys. I was like, same to be honest. That's what I was kind of hoping for too. But here we are. Sorry, ladies.
How's the circus daughter going? Are you still in the circus?
She's doing great. We actually have some circus apparatus in our garage that she uses. Like she asked for some for Christmas, so she has ribbons and everything. Nice. That are like hoisted from the garage. So she's like in there. She can't go to circus right now because everything's closed down. So she does her practice in there. She gets on her ribbons. She does all this like crazy stuff with her body. It's great. I love it.
How cool.
Yeah.
I remember the circus thing. You talked about that before when you're talking about having to drive around and be in all these places, like we talked the first time when we had you on the show.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see the evolution of how everything has come along, within our paths since we started our Instagram accounts, years ago to where we are now with, podcasting and, life as it is. And I'm not sure, and I want to get your guys' take on, like, what do you think about, we talk about on the other side of this as far as like brick and mortar studio and like online teaching kind of thing and whatnot. But like, what do you think, like, state of like how things are done, like day to day? Huge difference, little difference. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Let's go Brian first. Let's go wildcard Brian. Thoughts on how things are, people are taking action day to day.
Yeah, I'm going to be like a doomsday prepper after this shit. Like, I'm going to buy I'm going to buy a cellar, and I'm just going to get like 9 months of freaking canned foods and shit. Like, I don't know. I personally like want to buy an RV and go fucking move out to the middle of nowhere, because I went to the Grand Canyon and like Horseshoe Bend. It was just amazing out there, like just being out in nature. So, but like I need internet connection. Like I need Wi-Fi. Just like after seeing like how like, everything's so connected online, and how like everybody is making a Zoom account, and everybody is like doing YouTube stuff, and I'm loving it too. Like I'm loving it because I can do yoga with my favorite peeps now. Like, because everybody's online. Like I can do yoga with Pedro, Rochelle, and like MC Yogi. And I got on live. I went on Instagram live, and I was chatting with DJ Drez and Marty Nico, because they went and did a live, and then I just like requested to like go on live, and then I was just like chatting with them, and like,
I love it.
Right now is the time, like like your heroes and like whoever you want to talk to, like you might have the chance to like request that, hey, like I want to join your live and get live with like one of your favorite peeps, and they might talk to you. So like right now is just a great time to connect. I know it's like a stressful time as well, but like I don't know if that would have been possible to like chat with, some of my favorite musicians online, and I go on Yoga Room and I see like your live classes and Pedro's live classes. It's just cool. So it's like a cool time. I hope that continues. Like I really hope that continues after this whole thing. And I hope like the Yoga Room does offer online classes, because, I went to the studio that one like a while ago, and I took a class, and it's like, I would love to take your class, or I'd love to take, all my heroes classes online. I can just be like, roll up out of bed, do a class, and then
and it's live.
Make a ham sandwich in the kitchen. Like, literally 3 minutes after. Yeah, literally. Dude. What about you, Rochelle?
I would like to say that I wouldn't be a doomsday prepper after this, but I might buy some extra toilet paper, so I'm not in the situation I'm in right now with like none in the house. But I think there's always been things that have always kind of, I know that families are busy. I know that parents are busy. So I don't like to judge, the kid that shows up to school sick all the time, because they're like, your kids will come home from school and they'll be like, oh yeah, so-and-so was gone yesterday. They had pneumonia. I was like, and they're back today and they're sitting next to you. What the heck's going on? Right. Like maybe people just being a little bit more aware of, keeping other people healthy, like why that's important. If your kid's sick, call a friend, see if you can get help, keep them at home a couple extra days, because your kid's sick and now the entire class goes down one by one, you know what I mean? And it just creates this domino effect. So maybe just like that, more awareness. I feel like people might be more aware of that. And I feel like, I don't know if you guys, because the only places we can go right now are like, you can pick up takeout food, or you can go to like a grocery store. That's basically the only things that are open. Okay. So there's like two different people that are out right now. There are people that are angry, that are running red lights, flying through stop signs,
Wow.
Giving you the finger as you're driving by and being rude in the store. And there's like no middle ground. Then there's like, hey, after you, did you need me to help you reach this? Like you see like this, like you see who people really are, I guess, under times of stress.
Yep.
So you see the leaders, and then you see the people that like have no ability to like freaking maintain. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see the people that crumble under pressure, and you see the people that rise to the occasion. So like I was in the store, this little old lady, she was like crying. She couldn't figure out what she needed. Her husband had written it on a piece of paper. And I was like, okay, so we're like looking for it. It was like some spray for his nose. And so and she didn't have a phone. So she's like, I can't call him. I was like, here, use my phone. She's like, you're going to let me use your phone? I'm like, yes, dude, awesome. You're going to use my phone because you need to call your husband and you're like 80 and you need to get out of this place because
I love that.
Freaking Joe that just bought the freaking last Joe and Karen bought the last freaking rolls of toilet paper are not going to let you use their phone for sure.
Definitely.
Like,
that's so on point.
Why are you wearing one of those freaking, you know, the masks that they wear, an altitude mask? I'm like, bro, you're wearing an altitude mask in the store right now.
I saw a video. Someone was wearing like a snorkeling like face mask.
Yeah, that was a good
one. One of you maybe sent that to me.
I saw that. I saw that. So
well, like I've been listening to like a lot of stuff on like fear, and like Tara Brock had like an awesome video on like fear and how like panic and fear is contagious. Like you just like, you know, if someone else is panicking, like you feel it, and like then you start panicking, and like the whole toilet paper thing, like everybody starts panicking, then like I hear it, then I need to go get some and whatever. And it's like just how you like were calm and let someone use your phone, like that has like such a like effect on like how calm they are, and then how calm they're going to be to someone else. So it's like, you know, it's really important, like for us yogis too, to like stay away from the fear, stay away from the panic, even though it is just so contagious. You know, like I walked in the grocery store over the weekend on Saturday, and I can feel like no one breathing in there. Like I can just feel, like just the tension and just the judgment of like what's in my shopping cart, you know, compared to what's in anybody else's shopping cart. People are like, you know, do you need that much fucking frozen chicken? I'm like, yeah, I do, because I have a crock pot, you know, and I'm going to be fucking making a lot of chicken. But, but just like, you know, this is like my normal consumption of like, you know, whatever. And I just like felt the judgment. I felt that tension. And it's like, it really does help to like, as what you can control, like for me, what I can control is like, try and be as calm as you can, because that does have like a contagious effect to other people. What do you think of that?
Yeah, dude, no doubt. Be like when you were saying leaders rise to the occasion, Rochelle. That is so true, you know, and as yoga instructors, meditation leaders, you know, people of the world, like, you know, it's just being a human is like, we have to step up and support the other people that maybe they just need a little bit of help, you know? And so like, are you either going to bring them up with you and show them, give them the tools that you have, your unique gift, whatever that gift is, are you going to share that with them to help, you know, raise them up? Or are you just going to let them go drag down there? Because you're not going to go down there and be like, go down. You either got to bring them up with you, or you just got to leave them off the side of the road, you know? So,
and like what you did there, like giving them your phone to make a call, like they're going to remember that forever. You know, they're going to be like, you know, when they're probably just in rough times, they're going to be like, hey, there is some hope in humanity. Like
not everybody
gave
not
me
everybody's crazy.
You know, not everyone's crazy, you know? Exactly.
And the anxiety and the fear is crazy. And I think that people experience that in different elements in yoga. You know what I mean? Like there's people that are anxious to come into studios. There's people that are fearful of how they're being viewed while they're there in the studio, when they're, you know, it's like, but no one's watching you. Everybody's so consumed with themselves. Nobody's watching you. But this anxiety and this fear that's prevalent on the mat is the same people that it's prevalent outside. And it like no judgment, because it would be so scary to live in that space. You know what I mean? It would be so scary to be like, is this how, could you imagine like going to the store and being afraid of the people that were around you, or fearful that you weren't going to get a meal the next day, or having been put in situations where you actually lived that. So that fear exists with you, where you didn't have a meal the next day, where you didn't have money to buy groceries the next week because your job shut down. And then just, trying to be, like understanding, like I have family members, their businesses are shut down. They can't go to work. They're not bringing in any money. There's no such thing as unemployment. They're a small business owner. It's just them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
can't imagine that,
it's going to be interesting to see who fights and who doesn't during this, in terms of like, even just relationships, familial relationships, friends, coworkers, business owners, employees, like who's going to fight with each other and who's going to be like, okay, I get you're in a space and I'm going to let you be in your space and I'm in mine. And then when we're done with our spaces, we'll come and we'll figure this out. You know what I mean?
Right. It's almost like for me, like dealing with this whole thing is like, okay, like what is in front of me, like right now, Right. Like, am I okay right now? Like, do I have like, what essential items do I have right now? Like, can I go for a walk? Like, am I healthy right now? Like, what is going on like right this moment? Because like all of us can spiral, we can spiral into this fear. We can spiral into like, oh my gosh, if this happens, or if I run out of this or in this and this and this, and like, how is that going to feel? And it's like, wait, whoa. Like, I'm okay. Like right now, like I'm on a freaking podcast recording with you all right now. Like, this is fucking awesome.
This is great.
Right now. You know what I mean? Like right fucking now.
Right.
This is the greatest time in my life right fucking now. So it's like coming back to that like present moment of like right now, how am I doing? How am I feeling? That gives me like a huge sense of just like, like, oh, okay. Like, and like as a teacher, and I know like as parents, right? Like you teach your kids things and you're like, fuck, I should really like practice that like myself too.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, like
definitely.
Like my son one time, he was like really like anxious over something. And I was like, how are you feeling right now? I was like, how are you doing right now? And he's like, I'm good. Like, I'm good right now. And it's like, that's how like I need to deal with this shit. It's like, I'm good right now. Like right now I'm okay. So like coming back to that moment and like, I know as like teachers, like we're all yoga teachers. It's like really like teaching that stuff to our kids, teaching that stuff to our students. Like it really like solidifies like how we really need to deal with the situations, like getting back to that mindfulness, like present moment right now. Everybody out there, like right now, are you good? Like, are you good right now?
Right. Right.
All that matters.
For sure.
Basically. Yeah.
Right here, right now, baby.
Right here, right now.
We can't control what's next. So
Exactly.
rolling.
Yeah. And like rolling with the punches too. Like just rolling with it, just
the
like
black eyes.
Tomorrow's another day. Right.
Yeah. Black eyes. Just 24/7.
When Rochelle said that before we hopped on, she's like, all right, we're going to talk about this and this. And she's like, let's just roll with the punches. All the black eyes. Roll with
all the black eyes.
Made me laugh so hard. And, I think this episode has provided a lot of value within a conversation that's more casual, because everything is oftentimes so structured. And, some of these podcasts that we've recorded in the past are more structured than others. This one is more off the cuff because it's like organic and it's ever changing with the moment to moment things that are going around, like, and I want to say this out there, if you like Brian was just saying, and Rochelle too, like, are you okay right now? Okay, great. And then if you open your phone and when you open your phone, you have like 7 notifications from like news app, weather app, social app, mail app. That can throw you off your I'm feeling good right now square in like 0.05 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So let this be like an invitation to maybe just go into your notifications on your phone, your settings, and maybe turn off the notifications for the things that can spark that anxiety and spark that, oh shit, and that panic. Go into your phone and take that just take it off. Maybe delete the app altogether if it's not serving you, but at least take the notification off so that you're in control of when and in the right mental state and know exactly why you're going into that app to view the thing that you're looking for, you know? And so, and not allowing something or someone to throw you off your square every time you just go, I want to check what time it is. Okay, I'm gonna go check what time it is. And all of a sudden, like, holy shit, I'm way off my square because I saw this notification and that. So that's just, I wanted to share that about being right here, right now, and that I'm okay. Like, that's a lot easier to stay okay for longer. And the longer you're in that flow state, the less that something like that might come up that's going to knock you off your square. It doesn't have the chance so much because you've built a stronger house of cards on a good foundation. So wanted to share that.
Yeah.
Amazing, Pedro. Amazing, Pedro. Rochelle, what are you doing like to kind of, you know, help with relaxation, you know, or just like kind of just not like feeding into the fear? Like, what are you doing?
Well, for me, it's been kind of nice not to have to rush everywhere. I feel like my life has been about rushing everywhere. So I'm trying to enjoy the fact that I don't have to, I feel like I'm, you know, half the time I'm out of breath, you know what I mean? Cause I'm like, okay, I've got 30 minutes to get a shower and then I got to get out the door cause I got to get this person from school and this person has this activity and then I got to get back to work and, you know, all these different moving parts. And I think that's how a lot of us live. Trying to enjoy the fact that I don't have that, you know, I don't feel like I'm up here all the time. You guys, I like to cook. I really like to cook and it's challenging for my family because I've got a pescatarian and then I've got one that has a gluten intolerance and one that has a dairy allergy. So cooking is interesting in my house. Which
needs to be a meme. Like that needs to be a meme somehow. Like that's funny. That shit's funny.
I live with the Three Stooges and they all have some, like even like the pescatarian, like there's no reason for it. Like she just like, I'm not eating fish are I don't know, they're not sentient beings. So I can eat those ones, but not anything else. I'm like, oh my God, but we're eating chicken tonight. Okay. Like that's what's on the plate. But anyway, I like cooking. So I've been doing a lot of that. I don't know. I made a pie 2 days ago. I made a cake today. I'm going to eat them. It's going to be great.
Awesome. See?
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, it sounds great and delicious too.
Yeah. I'm eating all this stuff and I'm just being here. I'm being here. I'm enjoying having my oldest one home. She's not super pumped about it, you know, but you know, mom's house is way better than her house.
I was gonna say, does she go to school or does she live locally or
she lives in Santa Monica. She goes to UCLA law school and when everything was starting to close down, my husband was like, you need to come home because like LA, like things could get like weird there quicker than our small town. So she was like, you want me to come home? Ooh. We're like, yeah, we love you. So she came, she's home and she's like, you know, she's sending me all these memes because I'm Persian. So she's sending me all these memes about what Persian moms do when their kids are trying to study at home and they're like vacuuming around them. I'm like, shit, that's totally me. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to be quiet. So she puts a little note on her door, in class, don't disturb. I'm like, okay. I'm not going to come in and even offer you some coffee or anything. It's going to be fine.
Heard. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
I guess perspective, right? You know, perspective. Like we're all together, you know, especially here in my household, like my wife's working from home and like we have like our lunch breaks together all the time. And, you know, and it's just like, you know, I love going for walks now, you know, definitely social distancing, but I love like getting outside, going for walks. Walks are like way more important than they used to be, you know, things like that. And then also like, really focusing, just like how Pedro was talking about, you know, with notifications and like silencing things. I've really had to focus on how much I'm on my cell phone, like really, because I saw like a comment on a YouTube that was like, do you want to spend your time like getting dopamine rushes on Instagram and like your social media like during this time, or do you want to use it to like educate yourself or read or, you know, really find like productive things? And I was doing that. I was like spending way too much time on my phone, way too much time like diving into the news and, you know, figuring things out, where I'm just like, I had to watch like a YouTube video on like cell phone addiction. Like I watched
we need to link that in this one.
Yeah. Cell phone addiction. And it was like turning your phone to like black and white, like a grayscale for like
I
certain
have that.
periods of time. I have
it, like where you like triple click it.
Yeah.
And so it goes grayscale.
Yeah. It goes grayscale. So then like your mind and your visual doesn't see like all these like great colors and everything. And then you go on your phone and you're like, this is not interesting. Like I'm going to get off of it, which was like really helped me out, and not really like looking at the news like 24/7 and like, because there's always like a constant news thing going. So yeah, it's just really like balance, it all comes down to balance.
Yep.
It does. Yeah. It does. Which like circles back to yoga. Like that's what we do. We try to find balance, and we say it all the time as instructors. We talk about it all the time. Like, take this practice off your mat, this breath, this calmness that you're creating, this understanding of how your body and your mind works. And now they really truly like, even for like, sometimes it just sounds like such bullshit sometimes when you're saying
so
it, but
cliche,
but we believe it, right? It sounds cliche, and you're like, but no, man, because we've all been there, and it's powerful when you can use it outside of the room that you practice in. And then you get out and you're like, okay, I've been preparing for this. I'm just going to take a couple deep breaths. I'm going to step aside. I'm going to slow my mind down. I'm not going to let the thoughts race. I'm not going to do these things, and just putting it into practice. And it sounds so contrived. It sounds cheesy, but it's just real. It's real for me. Yoga's real for me, So
this is like the real times, like
this is the real test.
Yoga.
Yeah, this is the test.
Real test, and these conversations as well. It's like, come back to the present moment, come back to balance. I think I was reading like in a yoga anatomy book, like just at the single cell level, it's all about balance at the single cell level, to remove the waste from a single tiny cell, to remove the waste, to be balanced. And that's just like, social media, or just like being on your phone. Like you got to remove the waste. Like you got to remove the waste on like anything that you're doing, to just find that balance and find that connection. So you're not just so overwhelmed,
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that so much.
It's the unfollow. Just unfollow if you're.
Seriously, just get out.
Right?
Get out.
Right?
Yeah. Awesome, man. This has been great. It really has. I think there's a lot of value for the listeners out there. If you're still with us, listeners, thank you so much for tuning into this episode, and for taking the time to, lighten up a little bit, have a little bit of humor, but also at the same time, like taking some value from this and taking the little takeaways about just going within in these moments, like getting quiet and not just going into the phone and just going in with all the noise, like taking a step back, connecting with your family. Like I'm sure what a bringing your daughter home, I'm sure that was like that was just something that needed to be discussed and happened. But I can't imagine like having one of my kids away during something like this, where I can't, not that I can control them anyway, they're their own humans, but if they're in a setting that I feel is more like a comfort zone and safety, it's like, that's just got to be super, super powerful, and to be able to do that. So
yes, I feel like we should like end the show with like each of us giving like some advice of just being like yoga teachers and creators, like what we can tell someone in this moment. So we'll start with Pedro. You go.
First. Okay. So the first thing I would do in this moment is like lean in to your sense of community, right? So as a yoga teacher, you may be in the crux of you're not able to teach public classes. You're not able to go out and connect with them. Maybe your income has been cut. Like a lot of people in all these different fields, all these different places, that their income has been cut. Teachers, restaurant, cruise, airline, you name it. It's a little bit slower, right? So lean into your community and reach out to them. Send them a message, if you have your Facebook friend or Messenger or whatever, lean into them and just say, hey, maybe start something on Zoom or start on Facebook Live or whatever it might be, and say, hey, I know that maybe you're going through a hard time still, and I want to help support you, and I'm offering these experiences maybe by donation or whatever, and just lean into your community and offer your service, right? So be able to adapt to the times, and know that it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the one thing I got in my own way 2 years ago, people. 2 years ago, I was totally in my own way about trying to create an online community, but I wanted to be perfect and all this shit. Literally, the shit hit the fan 10 days ago, and I started teaching classes on Zoom. And every single day, there's been like some little glitch or some little thing. And I'm like, oh, but if I do it like this next time, then that won't happen. So you troubleshoot it. And if you're being with your community, they're going to support you, and you're there to support them, because these people need you. As a yoga teacher, the people out there, they really need you right now. So step up to the plate and be the leader that you are in the room when they're there. Reach out to them and offer something to them, because you want to help them, and you want to, and you at the same time, you need support too, and they're going to support you. They're going to support you for sure. So just offer them your service like you were there. I'll just share one thing. It's like, I have these students that come to my class on a Sunday morning. It's a couple. And we were there not this Sunday because there was no class, but last Sunday. And he was telling me that she's in charge of like the online education for a college. And I said, wow, like, and these are students of mine that I have a good connection with, but I don't have any social media. I don't know how to get a hold of them. And so this is today, I'm thinking like, man, I really wish I could reach out to these two people because they're really important to me. And I know that they love yoga and they need yoga. So I just Googled like where she was working, and I found her. I sent an email.
Awesome.
And, I did the work because I really wanted them to know that I was thinking about them. So
I love that.
Yeah. So
I love that.
Lean into your community and go the extra mile, go above and beyond without expectation. I sent an email, it might get ghosted. I don't know, but I know that I did the right thing and I threw it out to the universe, and that will make a difference in somebody's life. So going that extra mile above and beyond and lean into your community is what I would say, and you will be supported. You will be.
I love
100%.
that. I love that, Pedro. Awesome. I'll go, and then we're going to end it with you, Rochelle.
Okay.
So yeah. I just want to say, and I'll be real quick. I just want to say, like,
take your time, bro.
Be in the solution, because we can be in the problem, and we can spiral in the problem of what's going on, or like, hey, my yoga studio is not open, and I'm going to lose all this money, and just thinking about the problem and focus on the problem. But this is a time, like, I've heard like so many inspirational quotes, like Shakespeare wrote his greatest works when he was in lockdown for the plague. And just like, you can find a lot of like inspirational things like during, like, just looking in history of what people did in history, because you can determine your future by looking at history. So there's a lot of opportunities here. So if you focus on the solution of thinking outside the box, like, how can I, provide a solution to people, or how can I provide value to people without my current income that's coming in right now? Really ask yourself questions to get out of the problem. So I would just say that, like, there's a lot of solutions out there. There's a lot of great things that you can find in a difficult situation. So just step out of that problem. And that's my advice to everybody out there. I'm doing that myself. It's
so
just like,
good,
how can I really not focus on the problem here? So anybody out there, like, there's so many, like, the world is an abundance place. Even with a pandemic, the world's an abundance place. And like, really, it's like your time to shine. Like for me, and I know for Rochelle and Pedro, it's like it's our time to shine, to like really help people out, making people laugh. And not everybody's going to want to laugh at what we're saying, and they're going to be mad. But like, this is our time to like help the one person out there that, needs it. So yeah, be in the solution, everybody.
Love it, Brian. That was awesome, dude. I got so much from that, man. I got so much from that.
I think we should end with that, Brian.
You got some good stuff, Rochelle.
Hit us, Rochelle.
I would just encourage everybody not to buy into the fear and the anxiety. And if you have people around you that are doing that, like, limit your engagement with them, because it can create that spiral effect. And even if it's people that you love and that you're really close with, you have to do your best to try to limit just your interaction with them, because it becomes exhausting for you to try to bring them up. You know what I mean? And if they want to be in a space that they're going to be in, that's understandable. But it can drain the ones that are trying to build up all the time. Yes. And then just, we live in, like, our world is incredible. It's amazing. Its ability to heal itself, the people that live here, the technology that we have, the innovations that are nonstop. and constant. Like their opportunity is it's everywhere. And this is a small fragment of time, and it feels huge because we're in it. And we all know, when you're going through something heavy, it feels like there's no end to it. Mm-hmm. But then when you come out of it, you're like, that wasn't that bad. I maybe have overreacted. Right. And I hope that's the case when we come out of this, that people were able to say, oh, wow. And this is what I'm going to change about my business. And this is what I'm going to change about how I do my own personal finances or whatever, so that next time I don't have to be in this position. And I don't have to worry, because worry doesn't do, we all do it, but it doesn't do anything for us. So just like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to say it, you guys, just be the light.
Cut the tape, Colin, cut the tape. No, I'm just kidding. Right there, got it.
I'm going to screenshot that and I'm going to meme you.
Yeah.
Screenshot of that and be like, be the light.
Ooh, it's so true, though. It's so true.
It's so true.
That
it's so good.
Amazing.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
I didn't want to cut you off. If there's anything else you wanted to say?
No, that's it.
Drops mic. Drops mic.
Love it.
I did that. Whoops.
Oh, it's so good.
It's true, though.
What a great way to wrap this episode up of the Yogi Show. Really amazing. I loved, Brian, that last segment was so cool. So much value in that all of us we're all uniquely connected. We're all working together. We're all coming together and not feeding the fears, leaning into your community, allowing yourself these opportunities to be part of the solution. So key. With that being said, my friends, thanks for showing up, Rochelle. Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, thank you.
This won't be the last time, but until
Thanks,
the
you
next
guys.
time, yes, of course, until next time, we'll sign off for this one. Namaste, my friend.
Namaste.
And there you have it, my friends. The season 1 finale of the Yogi Show podcast. Once again, Yogi Brian and I are so grateful for each and every one of you. We hope to see you at the yoga and meditation experience with live DJ music from Taz on May 2nd. Please put it in your books. Please head to theyogishow.com and grab your virtual ticket. Thank you for your continued support. And again, over there, the Elements for Stress Relief meditation experience is available for digital download. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being new. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for allowing us to be part of your lives. We appreciate Rochelle for being here on the season 1 finale. She's amazing. She's so fun. Go follow the Yoga Room. Do yourself a favor. Have a laugh to 20, 10,000. There's endless amounts of memes to giggle about over there. Until next time, my friends, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Be well, and namaste.